morning, first grade. Happy Tuesday. I hope you had a great day off. But now we're going to get back to work and jump right back into social studies. And in social studies this week, we are going to be learning about our leaders. And these are our leaders that run our country, our state, and our county in our city. So those three leaders are the ones who really kind of make our rules and help keep us, not rules, but laws that help keep us safe. And so we're going to learn about each one, and we're going to learn like how you can become elected, who is in that spot right now. But we're going to learn about our leaders. And some of these people you may know right off the bat, and some of these people you may not know. So we're going to go through them. But let me start out by showing you kind of an image. So, in the way our leadership works, is the president, he is the one who really helps lead our entire country. Okay. So, he helps to keep our country safe, and he really kind of rules, not rules, but he's just in charge of making sure everyone is safe. And so he helps make those laws for the entire country. Okay. We then have a governor. And so the governor is in charge of this and is in charge of the state of Texas. So that's who he is in charge of. So so we have the president who's in charge of the entire country of the United States. We have the governor who's in charge of just Texas. And then you have a mayor, and he is in charge of the city of Bryan College Station. Okay, so we have like three leaders that we look at just to kind of help make sure that all of our needs are met, because our mayor is going to know more about what we need in our city, and then our governor is going to know more about what we need in the entire state, and then our president is going to know more about what we need in the whole country. And I know that may seem overwhelming, but kind of think of it also like a school. So Mr. Martindale, he's in charge of all of the schools. He's our superintendent. He's in charge of all the schools. Mr. Duran is in charge of Rock Prairie. And then Miss Crouch is in charge of Miss Crouch's class. So Mr. Martindale kind of helps to figure out what everyone needs. And then Mr. Duran figures out what Rock Prairie needs. And then I figure out what our needs are in our classroom. And so we're going to kind of go through the different people and how they become who they are. So we're going to start out with our mayor. So Carl Mooney, he is the mayor of College Station. Okay, so he is our mayor. He's the one that helps keeps us safe and makes rules for us and just makes sure that we are doing what we need to do and that all of our that we're staying safe. We're staying safe. So the mayor leads most U.S. cities. They are in charge of city governments. Mayors meet with police officers and community leaders. Mayors talk to citizens. Citizens are people like us about ideas for the city. And together they work to make their city better. Okay, so they're just working with their city. They're meeting with people like police officers. What are things that we can change, make better? They're meeting with us just to see what we can do, what he can do to help make us better. Candidates for mayor. So if you want to go ahead and run for mayor, candidates for mayor must live in the city they want to serve. So if you want to be mayor of College Station, you got to live in College Station. You can't live in Alaska, or you can't live in San Antonio. You got to live here. Candidates must be able to vote in that city. In some cities, mayors must be age 18 or older. In other cities, mayors must be at least 21 years old. Okay, so you have to be a certain age. So I know some of you would want to go for a mayor, and I think that's a great thing to go for if you want to be mayor at the age of 5 or 6. But in some cities, you got to be 18, and others, you got to be 21. But those are just kind of the things that you have to have, some requirements. People vote for a mayor to lead their city. In some cities, people elect mayors to serve 2 years. Okay, so they can only be a mayor for 2 years. In large cities, mayors serve for 4 years. When their term is over, mayors may be elected again. So when they say, hey, okay, you're mayor, then they're like, okay, cool, you're mayor. You get 2 years to try to change as much as you can. And then you have to get reelected. You got to revote. Okay, so people will vote on you again. Mayors meet with many people. They find out what work needs to be done for their city. Mayors plan city projects. They find ways to pay for city services, such as police, park, and water. So he's in charge of a lot and making sure we have what we need and that people are getting paid for what they're doing. Mayors work with city councils to help make cities better places to live. They share ideas about city services, jobs, safety, and other interests. When city council passes a new law, the mayor either signs it or vetoes it. Okay, so if they come to a council and they're like, yes, okay, we want this law, and everybody around is like, I want this law, the mayor can either sign for it, he can say, nope, I don't like it. He can veto it. So veto means he can like put an X through it and say, mm-mm. So that's another way. So that's what he can do. So those are just some of those are just the things that our mayor does. So if we look back, who is the mayor for College Station? Who's our mayor? Carl Mooney. And he is in charge of helping keep our city safe and listening to us and seeing what we need. Okay, so he's our mayor. He's just in charge of College Station. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. I know it's a little confusing and the vocabulary is a little much, but it's okay. We're just learning, just getting used to it, just learning.